Each of Baz Luhrmann's films consists of hundreds of memorable images. From the movie posters to the screen, Luhrmann has helped to create many contemporary icons. In his latest film, Australia, starring Hju Džekmen and Nikol Kidmen, these images reflect the romance and grandeur of the epic landscapes of the northwestern Australian Kimberley region. James Fisher is the film's full-time stills photographer, and he is responsible for capturing the images that will be used in all aspects of representing and marketing the film.
I'm the stills photographer, so I do all the still images alongside the movie cameras and the publicity shots, all that kind of stuff. I'm shooting so fast, it's like being in the eye of a tornado. I have 5 minutes to look at what I do and move on to the next idea. Well, I guess you have to try and tell the story in a single frame. You'll just have a facial expression that'll tell the story. Maybe it's about leaving things out, because often with those big shots it's too complex to translate in a still image, so you have to just concentrate on what's the key moment.
This challenging role demands that Fisher be as close to the action as possible without being seen or heard by the film's other larger cameras.
It's a bit more like reportage. You have to kind of shoot in and around the scenario that's occurring without interrupting it too much or getting in anybody's way, which is really difficult to do because you're always faced with that question of whether to compromise your shot and risk compromising somebody else's.
Writer, director, producer Baz Luhrmann has once again drawn some of the world's finest photographers as guests to the set of his latest film, Australia. Annie Leibovitz was sent by Vogue to photograph the behind-the-scenes action of the shoot and to capture Nikol Kidmen in the grandeur of the Australian outback for the July Vogue cover.
I'm a huge fan of process and watching things, being made. And it still amazes me to see a set in a soundstage. I've always loved the Life magazine, visiting the set.
Also drawn to the film's beauty were legendary photographers Douglas Kirkland and Mary Ellen Marr. They joined the film's crew on their epic journey to one of the most isolated shooting locations in the world.
I've worked around the movies a long time. In fact, for more than 50 years I've worked around films. And this is probably my 80th or 90th film, and it's spectacular out here in Australia. You have the richness and power of this land to look at and be part of. We have wonderful stars like Nikol Kidmen and Hju Džekmen, the great stars of all cinema.
With some of the world's best actors dressed by double Academy Award winner Catherine Martin, every moment has the potential to be magnificent. But the real star of this film is the majestic Australian landscape.
I think probably 90% of the quality images will come from the location shoots. I mean, here you have the most incredible sunsets and sunrises to work with, and everybody's excited all the time. Everything's real, the dust is real, the sunshine really burns, and it gives the image a kind of a authenticity that you can't replicate later.
I've been here many times and I thought I knew Australia. I knew nothing. I've been brought up here to this area, northwestern Australia, in the Kimberley region, and it's totally different and very, very exciting. I mean, look where we are here. This is spectacular. I didn't know this existed.
Australia is released in November 2008.